Mark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
And we've been waiting for the acceptance. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, let's do this.
The fans here in Philadelphia ready to cheer on their 76ers in this interconference matchup. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he hit a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living, but it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, DA. There's just no answer. Win the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Bledsoe is out there with Matthews. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 slot. And here's Harden for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
And the Bucks with possession. Back to Antetokounmpo. Has led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Antetokounmpo's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Bucks. Over in the corner, Green. The pass to Capella. The rebound by Brook Lopez. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns, and people... I think it probably mattered more when I was in college, and it was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the 3 ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports and pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 channels watching Brady Bunch, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA. And that's it.
Shots good by Middleton.
Nice awareness. Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Outside, Green. Capella from downtown connects. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scout in esports. I did not know this. And is go up.
Yeah, and it makes what's more popular? Water polo. No offense to the water polo players, but come on. Let's move it to times. We should have every college should have esports.
It's always Harden do his thing. He's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going the contact on his drive.
The Rockets free throws of the game. At the line for 2.
Take a break. 2.
That free throw good from Harden.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all. His package. One of the traders in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
And both free throws good for James. Bill, 1 shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it, is it a quality to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up, he can shoot a 3, he's got the pull-up hissy jumper, as he calls it, go in the lane and pump, drop step, and I think he has the most Some people with regular season LeBron.
Playoff.
Playoff LeBron would be a choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty.
Here, just over the first. Good on the three-point shot.
And guys, this is what early on gaining a little from age.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop, confidence rise like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game.
Timeout called. The last second shot. You mentioned LeBron. What about his Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's getting
Top five.
Those one-on-ones, right people. I'm not saying you're to stop him, but you put a ton on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 10 threes. Wasn't really involved in the game. Just about it for one play, and all of a sudden they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do. Yeah, you run him off screens and you tire the guys out, and you kind of hope the defense are out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Pass to House. Rocket 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month.
On the battle, it's been paying off. I mean, the points thus far.
And the first one drops. And so it's both of them. 1:24 left in the first quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
And here are the Rockets now. Bucks leading by 3. Livingston finds. And the pass to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Had the space there, but it's offline.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you're
not much else you can do there. I mean, too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Okay. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so House nails both of them. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rivers against Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one released in time, but no good.
Like the scrappiness of Gordon on defense there. I mean, a solid defender who stays right with his man.
We'll shortly. upbringing, Capella spent years in a welfare orphanage. He said he never imagined he'd come.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said that that's my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard, as hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Justin in story, Greg, it gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
On the court for the Bucks, Livingston. Antetokounmpo is out there with John Lewis. Then it's Hill in at the one spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has been a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. It's good. And now a 5-point Bucks. Now we've seen some top prospects from college enter the G League straight out of high school. What think is the future of the G League, and do you like now?
I do. I spent more money. I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's
kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional. You see the situation we're in now with the one and done guys. They go to college, they're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is March 20th?
Right.
And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Rockets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. Which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the '86 Celtics were the best team. But the '86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play. We're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net. And they were just built around getting the best possible shot. The math and shooting threes and spacing. And if you took the '86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before after were theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the '86 Celtics were the best season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 0-1 Lakers, the second Lakers team. They had won the year before, rocky months, and then they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did. And they came very close to eating the playoff. So that would be my dark horse.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Now Matthews. James Harden missing on the 3. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Middleton. Almost, but it rolls out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Green taking his time here. In the court. Back to Tucker. There's the 3. Rockets keep it going with the new 24-second clock.
Defense knew how to play it. That's how they made their presence felt without.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. And there's James Harden. First foul. Fareed's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Green. Sub. Lopez, he's checked in for Lure. Here's Lopez. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. At 6. Here's Bledsoe. Rebound. Capella's got his 4th rebound. Last one here tonight. Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Pleasure. Thanks for joining.
Impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Clark, always great to have a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on life. And that strong connection he has is admirable.
Matthews, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And once they had flow offensively, never got any resistance from the D.
And they were sinking shots. That's got to be the more defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Lopez. Westbrook. 3-second game clock. Hard. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And now a second lead.
And they jogged down those long-range shots here in the second. Just over 40% from downtown.
Matthews scanning the floor. Over Harden. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That's an important shot to just kind of get a little bit of a confidence boost going into the half. They were just really wobbling here coming towards the break.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Taking a look at the Rockets, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. You're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually...
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stop. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, B. Shaw, and Big Shaw for three. The crowd go crazy.
Do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's even. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And I loved in that 4 good shots and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, it could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Harden out there with Russell Westbrook. Then Jay Tucker. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Capella in at the center position. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Now here's Matthews. Lopez passes to Matthews. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Wesley Matthews.
Matthews has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bucks. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter cancer. Probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league in his cancer. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. Then I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Green against Middleton, and Tucker has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
Here is Harden after Wesley Matthews. Back to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Timeout called the Bucks.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
For the Rockets, House is checked in, and Shumpert in there for James Harden. The Bucks also checked up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Livingston comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. That's to House. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Lure is checked in for Chris Middleton. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And from everything you hear about Antetokounmpo, he keeps laser focused. Basketball and his family are his preoccupations.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways. Ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
Here's Shumpert. The Rockets with another miss.
1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they've got to play with a little more energy this half.
Livingston kicks to Antetokounmpo.
I see him. He coming.
Stolen by Tucker. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Good on the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
Here's Livingston. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Clint Capella. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique league great.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnovers in the post. A bouncy finish on the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Livingston. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line. And what it means as a game of putting them, initially it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or three-point line. Shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Just in a position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Hill drops in the tray. Ilyasova's got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to get out on Ilyasova. I mean, this is an efficient three-point pick his spots.
Pass to Gordon from creams the three-pointer.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what
that is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, there's no doubt. Timeout called, the Bucks. Harden, he's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Second is Clint Capella.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
1:33 left in the third quarter of the game. Antetokounmpo. A lot of contact on that. Shoot 2 here.
Clint Capella.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Antetokounmpo.
And it's going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And that on offense is keeping his flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Antetokounmpo. All free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Here is Harden. He's got 7. 1:14 third. Here's Capella and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Lopez with the ball. And guarded by Capella. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it.
Really came, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Rivers. The Bucks also with the sub. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Hill. 6 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a miss there on the triple.
and the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Harden. They've been leading for a decent chunk of their. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Westbrook. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. To the middle. Here's Livingston. The shot comes out. Good D by Harden.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Outside Westbrook. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
I like how Bledsoe uses his athleticism to challenge shots and try to get into the head of the shooter.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. He's putting up points in a hurry. Up by just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action. How about a look at today's State Farm?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love possession in this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been. Quarters sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Rockets shooting 47%, pretty south. Hitting the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And Lopez with the block. Side. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
A hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
The thing's interesting, and that's how we like broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on a run quite soon.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. And there's Bledsoe. The assist by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive stand, closing out airspace and sending shots.
That's was good. They haven't wasted time getting to it either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Bucks also with the sub. Lopez is checked in. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer, can also punch it on you.
He gets that one. And that's now 6 points for Brook Lopez.
And they're passing the ball there.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. That shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Fareed the pass to Tucker. He kicks to Harden. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Westbrook. Over Bledsoe. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, he has been big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
On to with the.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like
evenly trading hits and refuse.
Now here's Harden. Sinks the triple.
His pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen.
Middleton against Westbrook. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. Good. This goes to Middleton. And that's now 30 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings the Rockets. Pass to Harden. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Tucker from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Bledsoe left side. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo by Harden. And again, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 32 points in the game.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
Timeout called, the Rockets. We have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he just keeps hitting after. And either does deny him the basketball, make someone else beat him.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's since possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of Hall of Famer.
Well, guys, over that last he told them to help. He's no time like the present moment. And wait to see what they can do, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Now, here is Harden. Sitting in the corner. No good from outside. Bucks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Going 6 for 7. Stolen by Fareed. Takes a three. Tucker can't get it to go.
And you're the defense. You got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because it's brutal in this half.
Here's Bledsoe. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Tucker. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game. Harden. Here's Westbrook. Here's Fareed. The Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Bledsoe kicks to Matthews. Back to Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Antetokounmpo.
In addition to his great talent, being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the situations. You love that.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Harden missing his last shot. Passes to Antetokounmpo. 2 there. Antetokounmpo's got 38 points.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can dominate games at times.
Here's Harden. And that comes off by Russell.
And you know James tight, terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
And a change here. Capella's checked in. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Middleton. There's 38 seconds left in the game. A double team Bledsoe. And Lopez throws it down.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Green, the pass to Westbrook. That goes in.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who comes to scoring.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his foul. Chris Middleton. At the line for 2.
2. First free throw good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Boy, for me, it's really been watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy 2-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yep, this one's a wrap, partner.
Harden can't hit.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. patrolling the perimeter, and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
And so the Bucks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, great night for you. How did it all come together?
My team's doing a great job of getting me open, and our guards are finding me, and I'm just putting the ball in the basket when I can.
You were open and available all night, Wesley. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. It's time